So, hi guys, I have Ronak Gajjar with me, and he's a wellness coach, apparently very famous and a great celebrity. And I meet, with God's grace, I meet very good people in my space, and there's a lot of spiritual exchange that goes on. So, he had a wonderful question, and I thought I should throw it to the audience because they also would be helped with your question. Yes.
Correct. What was so the thank you for introducing me with your kind words first, Smita Jaykar. And then second, the question is what are the 3 tips for spirituality who is a beginner, who's just entering spirituality? And I've seen your work, it's amazing. I've been following you on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. If you're not following, you have to start immediately. But what are the 3 tips of spirituality for a beginner? Because I have a background, but many of us do not have a background, and you can guide us there.
Right. First and foremost, Ronak, people have to be aware that there is something more than just body, more than just life, more than just living.
Correct.
Unless you come to that awareness, you will never be a seeker.
Correct.
So a lot of people just live life and one fine day exit.
Correct.
Without even realizing that they have taken human birth, and there is so much more to human birth than to be born, to grow up, study, marry, reproduce, fall ill and die.
Right.
So till you get into that awareness, now this again depends on your karmic pattern, very honestly. So there are these new souls that are born as this year. Have you heard of these new souls and old souls? So people who have new souls, what I mean is people who have just come from the animal yoni to the human birth, first human birth. Okay, so they are new souls. Now what happens with new souls? They are not in awareness. They're still in that animal zone where stability, eating food, survival is their basic importance. And that is how they are living. So if you meet people and you observe them, you know that this one is an old soul. And this one is a new soul. He's still like fighting for survival. Right? And you tell him anything about spirituality or anything a little more in depth about life, they don't understand. They will not be in that zone because they have to take a couple of lives for you to understand this, first and foremost. So, whoever you speak to now, some people who are watching this channel, maybe you will know if you are interested in it. The very fact that you have stuck to this channel and listening to what I'm saying, which means you're already old souls.
Correct. That's true.
Isn't it? Otherwise, you would not be listening even this much. You will not even go on my channel and listen to any of you.
Right.
So, now, for people who are listening to this and the question that is there, how do you start with spirituality? How do you know? Now, there is some kind of an urge. There is a stage in your life when something probably happens. Now, this again is a myth according to me. People believe कि कोई tragedy होनी चाहिए आपकी life में. Then you think, oh, what is life? What am I here for? All that. So, मेरे साथ unfortunately, I didn't go through any tragedy in life. But in case people are in this zone and they're thinking if they lose their loved one or something, they're thinking कि क्या जिंदगी है? Eventually, when you're burned or buried or whatever, आप एक मुट्ठी भर मिट्टी हो. Literally, such a big body becomes a मुट्ठी भर मिट्टी.
Remember.
And this is what sets you thinking कि इतना सब मैंने acquire करके रखा है. ये मेरा घर, मेरी गाड़ी, मेरे अचीवमेंट्स, मेरे अवार्ड्स, मेरे टाइटल्स, मेरा. One fine day, it's all over and gone.
Right.
So what am I struggling for? These are the thoughts which come to your mind after a certain age.
Right.
Correct?
Correct.
So then you start, like how you started on yoga, to have the mind, body and soul in balance, right? So also so many people think that their life is much more, my living is much more to just achieving and getting all these things, materialistic tokens, as I call them. When you start, if this thought is hitting you right now, you are at the right spot and the right time and the right place.
Absolutely.
So then what do you do?
Right.
Now, I'll tell you what I did. I met my first master, first Guruji, Prabhuji, he's no more. And my husband took me to him.
Wow.
Now, it just so happened that I was there and I said, what am I doing here? Why am I here? So, Prabhuji's son said, we knew that my husband named Mohan, so they knew that Mohanji will not come here without his wife. I said, I also didn't know how the hell does he know. So these questions just came into my mind. I said, can I meet him? So I met him and he spoke of certain things which zapped me. So that's how my journey started. So probably these things, these questions might even probably feel that, oh my God, I have to think of beyond just this life, something more I have to achieve. There's so much more to life.
Lovely. So you
Correct.
first thing was that your partner took you to a master, and master shook you up immediately and you got connected.
Correct.
That was amazing.
Correct. With me it could happen. With you it could happen that you open a book
Right.
and you read something and you say, oh God, this is so profound.
Right. Maybe this video.
Or maybe this video.
Yes.
Something or the other happens to you. One thing is that divinity is always knocking on your door.
Mm.
Are you ready? Are you ready? So most of us don't hear it.
Correct.
We need to wear spiritual earplugs, hearing aids.
This is new, guys. You have to listen to this very carefully. Abhi say interesting. It's becoming more interesting. So be careful and spiritual ears.
Yes. You have to have the spiritual earplugs. You're constantly listening to music. Make them spiritual so that you will get this guidance. So, divinity is always knocking on your door.
Right.
Unfortunately, because वो your spiritual earplugs नहीं है, हमको वो सुनाई नहीं देता. तो हम वो दरवाजा खोलते ही नहीं है.
True. Very
If you open the door, oh, huge, vast world. Now you could start reading books, you could start watching videos, you could listen to other masters talking. This is how your interest slowly develops for a beginner.
Right.
Got it?
Okay.
Then your journey is there. And every time this happens, like suppose you're listening to it now and you have not opened a door, you don't have a book, nothing. But if you tell the universe
Right.
that maybe I need a living master, I need to understand what divinity is, you will have something in your space immediately because the divinity wants you to respond to divinity.
Right.
It is.
Right.
It is. I would not say use the word God. I don't like to use the word, but the source is waiting for you to go back to the source.
So true. So true. So step one.
Yes.
Step one is ask the universe, connect to a master, open your arms and spiritual earplugs. I remember that word.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. So this is how a beginner will start. This is how it all begins. After that, there are plenty of people to help you. Plenty of help you get in spirituality.
Now I'll pause you for a second here. Now she said plenty of people. I know she's helped millions of people. Now, how you would help? I would like to know about that.
How I would help someone?
Yes.
Well, if they came to me, the one thing is there, my videos are there on YouTube, which a lot of people have said that they've been really helpful for them. So I have more than 400 videos on YouTube, so this can help them. I have written 2 books.
Please name them.
Yeah. So one is Before Tomorrow, the first one, and the second is In Everness.
In Everness.
Both of them are on Amazon, and if they go on my website, there's a link also which they can directly connect. Then my telephone number is there on all channels, but I would prefer you to send me an email.
Correct.
So I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram, I'm on all in LinkedIn also, on all social media platforms. They could send me an email if they have any specifications of how they could overcome their issues in their life.
Nice.
Yeah, so I can guide them step by step. Okay, but I would still suggest don't just come to me for a chat. I don't have that kind of time.
Correct. And you have to respect that. I'll again ask her to pause for a second because it's not easy. 400 videos means so many hours of content already you have, which is on spirituality, where she's already helping.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's true. So start with that journey, and then I can lead you forward. Yeah, so that way I can always help. And I have a living master. My master's name is Dada Shriji, about whom I keep mentioning in my videos all the time. So I will take you there because I'm not a master. I can't transform you. The main thing about reaching out to humanity is I want about our ashram also, which is my Tribodh Parivar. The main USP of our ashram is to transform the human mind and to install love in our hearts.
Amazing. That's so beautiful thought. So she's very, very humble. Now we move to the next question. Now you have been practicing spirituality from lives and lives. We've spoken about past lives, se hota hai, old soul, new soul. So what is that one thing a viewer can do to start their ritual, like a daily practice, morning ritual, evening ritual, afternoon, whatever ritual we say? How do I get into spirituality? I want to be spiritual.
Okay, so to begin with, I have a couple of things which would appeal to you. Some people are not ritualistic.
Correct.
Yeah.
True.
Some people love rituals.
Right.
So those who are not ritualistic, you can probably start doing a japa.
Like a chanting of
Like a
spirit.
chanting of 108 times of any divine whatever mala you want to have. Like if you're a Hindu, you could say the Gayatri mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, or Mahamrityunjay jap, or whatever jap if you have a master, you can say that master's jap. Some kind of a chanting, but it has to be mindful chanting.
Right.
The world is chanting today. But we don't see any difference in it. Yeah, it's just there and then somebody shouting, oh, is the cooker on? Please shut the gas off. Hello, have you...
No.
It has to be mindful chanting. So it may not even be 108 times, but if you do it even 21 times, you're absolutely mindful chanting. Second is the breath watch is the best form of meditation.
Right.
Yeah, but breath watch what happens is your mind just goes wandering here and there. It's difficult for a beginner to do breath watch.
Correct.
So if you do a physical some kind of meditation, it keeps you concentrated. Because there is something happening, you're saying the chant. Yeah.
Right.
So these things. Again, if you like reading good books, you should read. There are so many good books written by very great masters and authors. You can see videos, all those things are there. What I liked, what my first Guruji gave me was the Havan, which is a ritual.
Wow.
I have got this video on Havan, which is called Om Prabhu Shanti Havan, which you can check. It is a small Havan kund that I have in my house, which my Master Prabhuji gave me, and I have been doing this Om Prabhu Shanti, this Havan, which is in detail given in that video.
Right.
I've been doing it now for the past 35 years.
35 years.
Yes.
Oh.
So that is my form of. I just like doing it. Initially, when I started with it, I could see a lot of shifts happening in my space.
Great, that's amazing. So now, again, 1 second, pause here from Smita ji. Havan Kund, fire ceremony. If you're not, you're new to this, link is there, YouTube channel is there, subscribe and watch, search it.
Yeah.
You will get it. And every detail is mentioned in there as well.
Correct.
Yes.
Secondly, I have done, I would not want to say such big words, but I really have studied the chakras in depth.
Wow.
So another way of doing meditation and shifting and changing your vibrational levels is by doing the chakra meditation, which also is there
on the YouTube.
On the YouTube.
Guys, everything is served on a plate. Now, if you're not subscribing and sharing this video, it's not going to help, right?
Yeah.
If you are a real seeker, check it out.
For yourself and for others.
Yes.
So these are the ways and means where you get, I would say, addicted to spirituality, and I love this addiction.
Yeah, it's a nice drug. I love it.
It gets me on a different zone and different high.
True.
Yeah. So that's what it is. So anything else you think you have any doubt as to how to start about it and what to do?
So you mentioned fire ceremony. Now, for example, if I'm not comfortable with the fire ceremony and I'm doing chakra meditation and japa, I don't have a guru who's giving me a mantra. What is the third most important thing after these two I can do?
No, these are the basics.
Right.
Like at least chakra meditation. If you're not into fire ceremony, I suggest both.
Right.
But either or you have to do something, because you have to do something to get something.
Yes. Right.
You're a trainer.
Yes.
Correct? So you tell people to eat kitna bhi dabao khao aur kuch mat karo.
Condition.
There has to be some kind of a discipline if you want to reach the sleep body and if you want to keep that balance.
True.
Something you have to do.
Right.
You can't just get it. मुझे spirituality सीखना है, मुझे spiritual बनना है, बस बना दो. ऐसा तो नहीं होता.
So again, it's an action. I wanted Smita ji to say this. You take action again. Spiritual earplugs. If you take action, divine is waiting to work with you. And
Absolutely.
you again email, and you get more and more information and opening about it.
So thank you very much, Ronak, for these two questions. Are very good, and I hope it will help our viewers, because probably they must be thinking about this, so that how we thought.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you.
See you soon.